All right, guys, welcome, because I believe you're actually in the right place at the right time, and we're going to be kicking off this Nzdchf. Like I said, this is the supply zone I marked initially. Supply area. Supply. So this is a supply zone, and expect me, guys, with this red line, I should be waiting for a change of character from here and the market dropping downwards. Now the market has done what it ought to do. And if you look at it very well, I'll be going down to what a smaller time frame, and then I'll be using the replay mode. Guys, let's look at this. So how do we pick this analysis? How did I pick this analysis? Let's look at this. So let me reduce this one to 1. Okay. Right. So that, guys, we can actually see this. You know, first of all, I sent a signal. I sent the first entry on the Nzdchf. Look at it very well. First entry on Nzdchf. I think, excuse me. Yeah, this was the first signal I sent on the hit. So I sent the signal and I said, we're looking at, you know, when price actually did something like this, you see what there is a liquidity sweep around this area. No, and this higher time frame this is the higher time frame break of structure, which I indicated as the BOS. And you can see here is an inducement liquidity, right? But I am figuring something out. After this structure, I went to use this area, which was supposed to be my inducement liquidity, guys. You see where correction comes in. Please, can that person mute yourself? I went to use this area, which was supposed to be my inducement, and then look at, we were stopped out on this good trade. So let's watch out the trade I later used. This is actually 30 minutes time frame. So we're going to 30 minutes time frame. That person should know. Spoiling my video, you're spoiling this stuff I'm doing. Why is it this Michelle? It's for one. Right, I'll be using the 30 minutes to show this, indicate this stuff. Now let me go to the charts, 30 minutes. All right. So look at this, guys. Before I called this my inducement initially, there was a break of structure here, and actually I picked this guy as my order block. Remember, before I picked, I sent the signal and I picked this guy as my watch. And the fact there is that here is a higher time frame BOS. Like I said, in this higher time frame BOS, you understand, we're looking at market. Market has taken this guy, and picking trades from this area is a little risky. So do you see? So let's quickly look at this. Let's look at the replay. Okay, yeah, he has taken out these words. So the thing there is, look at this. Yeah, price has taken out this higher time frame BOS. Can see it? Price took out this higher time frame because I am expecting it. Price took out this higher time frame BOS. Now left us with this as an inducement. So when I mark this guy as my order block, wrong. Because what happened, price took out this higher time frame BOS. And if you look at it very clearly, you see that look at the high, look at the low. So anything happens, there should be another block within this area, not even this one. This one is inducement. But we see 3 touches here. So here's supposed to be what? A trend line liquidity, like this. You understand? Here should be a 3 trend line liquidity, but that's not the mayhem. The mayhem there is for the long target, and which after I discovered my mistake, I had to send this entry, using this OB, but all the same, I had to increase my stop loss because of this guy, this area. So let's see what the price did. I think I have to increase this one this time around. You can see the patience required. You're raising your hand up. I'll answer your question after I'm done with the explanation. You can see this entry we actually used. You see that it was stopped out, right? Now, some people are asked question. Why some people, if you're in this trade, it doesn't necessarily, I don't know if some people were really stopped out from this trade, but look at these guys. Just hold on. You can see when we send this stuff, because my broker did not stop me out. What happened? Connection. You can see it. My broker didn't stop me out. So I'm expecting, because we're a little what we're close to what's getting stopped out on this trade, which you did very well. Please, if you're raising your hand, I'm going to answer your question once I'm done with the explanation. Yeah, I told you guys about this trend line liquidity. So the best thing there would have happened was to pick this area. So guys, watch me. I picked this area and what increased my stop loss. But I went ahead to take this guy. So let's see the guy, this area, because this is a point where we need to actually take corrections. And what you see in this area is a what inducement indecision candle, right? And this indecision candle came to what, first of all, came to the other side, guys. Okay. You can see it tap into this resistance. This is actually a price reaction zone. It happened once. An indecision candle right here. Another indecision candle right here. Then making this place what? Making that place a support zone. And now price came back the 3rd time to tap into that same zone and see it. Look at it very clearly. So probably what I was saying initially, me picking that entry was not actually was not the right thing to do actually. So I picked this one. We were stopped out, but I knew this guy was moving upward. Why? So I had to pick my entry here at this area. So after that, what did we do again? When we were on the trade, so always understand, first of all, is that your higher time frame POS, all this rallying around here in lower time frame structure is not really important unless you want to catch a short move. But once you are, because that's what I do, I focus more on the long time stuff. So once I saw there was a liquidity sweep here and then a higher time frame VOS, why all this structure happened, I understood there is an accumulation within this area, which price, remember I told you price want to take out the what? Take out this accumulation. After it has done it, you want to tap into what? Another block and then start pushing upward. Now, price has been distributing to this point. So yeah, before I mark this area, what happened? Let's see what happened here. Price went to that zone once and dropped down. So let's see. Playing up. So let's see what happens. So look at this. This guy, he created an inducement liquidity here. So don't focus on this yet. I've not yet sent this signal yet. You understand? I've not sent the signal yet. So what price did was he came to this supply zone, the lower time frame supply zone, tapped into it, left us with this inducement liquidity here. You can see, left us with this inducement liquidity, and then what happened? I discovered that yes, price has broken structure 1, 2, and tapped into this zone, and then it's dropping downwards. You understand? So right now, I'm expecting, I send the signal again on the group, right? Send the signal on the group. The second entry, I think so. Hey, I have to pause this guy first of all. Okay, that was when I sent the second entry. Okay, look at the markup very clearly. You see that here price has already tapped into that area, and I actually had to mark it to this guy because there was an OB I picked here. So we're going to look straight to the other block I picked right here. You can see here I indicated everything and the trend line. Initially, this created trend line liquidity. You understand? So just at the long run, I discovered that the trend line later changed to a resistance area. So right now, let's check it out. Let's check it out, guys. So you can see how price came here, tapped in. So you want to look. I want to see. I don't know why this is not expecting this. So want to look at this area. The other block we actually picked here. Okay, can you see it in the 30 minutes? This particular one. That was actually the other block I picked. So sometimes you are asked, why do you actually pick this other block? The reason there is because I discovered there was an inducement. This is the inducement. Some people want to pick here. You understand? Some people want to pick here, but if you look at it very well, you see that it's likely either want to create an equal loss within that area, or it takes it out completely. So that's why I increased my stop loss this one. So here we got a fractal entry, and in this first trade, we actually had an entry close to our SL. Both we still running on profit. You understand? So let me move down to 3 hours. It seems the network here is now using it. All right, I'm here. Okay, so now we are triggered on the first trade, and on the second trade, we are on profit. And now is where we talk about the psychology of people. Some people, they don't want to pull this trade for long. And some people might not want to invest much on the trade, or you will not regulate your investment depending on what you want to invest. If it's $100 you are investing on this trade, then the mentor is telling you, okay, guys, I drop updates that this is because some I saw this hits this place zone, dropped down. You know, understand? I draw this easy TP level, and if you look at from where I mark this easy TP level, from this line I marked here, there's actually a line I marked that I draw line from the far. I know price will want to get that zone, and that will be an easy TP for people who actually haven't they don't have a strong psychology. You know, now price hits the what? Price hit the second TP. Now this place now turns to what? My resistance zone. I marked this candlestick from the 15 minutes. So wanna check it out. This candle here from the 15 minutes. And I sent this thing to someone. He was trying to sell. I told him, why are you trying to sell what I am trying to buy? So this is it. So I picked a factor entry on this trade. Like I just marked from here to this point. I would have marked the whole of this. You understand? So this is actually the third signal, which is a support zone and resistance area. You understand? So that was the resistance area that later turned towards support. And if you look at it very well, you see clearly. Let's use the 3 hours again. Definition might seem so serious, so easy, but the psychology behind it, people holding the trade, that's where people get to miss it most of the time. So you see price dropping down here after tapping to this support area, and now price has hit, it has broken it out. Now that price has broken it out, what does it mean? It means that there are still zones here that are left to what? Continue the trend. You understand? So expecting price drop here and then goes upward. So I am not looking at this as my order block. But here can be someone's confluence. Look at this. Here can be someone's confluence. You understand? Yeah, marking this guy because you're seeing that there is a very engulfing candle there. You can mark this guy, discovering that it was a break of structure there. But that's shitty. The best thing to do is to understand the market structure itself and price movement. So if you understand it, then it's clear for you to actually do some markup. Not, you know, lots of you focus on day trading stuff and all of that, but that's not the main stuff. The main stuff is actually to make money here. And if you want to make money here, it's acquiring the skill. And the skill is actually doing all these things, making sure you improve on your charts every time. And if you look at it very well, after price gets to this level, see how price drops down and then kick this movement upward. So guys, this is actually a very easy market. And if you look at this again, you will see this guy. You would have seen this area also. This one. And if you trace this guy, let's go, guys. Oh, what's this? You trace this guy. This is it. From this area, because here is another, you remember when we talk about supply to demand from this area? Let me see. And this information is too wide, can't actually go to that place. Or so the thing there is that this something I want to show you guys just like there was a what retest here. So there's a supply within this area, but remember that some supplies are short term. You understand? So all those people that market all supplies, there's some short term supply. That's why I don't. The supply are not actually enough to give me what the move I'm looking for. So here, a break, and then you can see price going up. I believe we can actually answer our question now, so we can move to the other stuff. And if you don't understand, just ask me questions. So I'll see what you're saying. He said, is that a section drama? Oh, demarcation. What does it mean? Okay. Section demarcation. All right. So those lines are actually lines, psychological lines I marked for myself. When price gets to those lines, they tend to react. Okay, this horizontal lines are actually each day. You can see it's daybreak and all of that. That's how I do check my stuff. So you can see day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So that's how so this thing is actually 13. And if you check 13 days, you understand that 13 days is actually 2 weeks. But remember, we have some holidays which they don't actually count here. And these holidays actually, actually the same thing in the market. So their holidays are not shared in the market. So the signals was supposed to be for 2 weeks, but it lasted for 3 weeks. You understand? So guys, that's it. So let's see your questions. There's questions, your questions, so we can move to the two. Yeah, you're raising your hand. Okay, ask your question now. Ask your question.
Okay, good afternoon, E4C.
Yeah, afternoon.